Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter in our Part 2 Accountancy. The chapter name is Accounting for Debentures. Part 2, Chapter number 2, Accounting for Debentures. Friends, in this video we are going to learn about the meaning of debentures. Basically, debentures are issued by a company and it is a long term liability for the company. Company issues these debentures to raise fund. In last chapter we have seen that whenever company need to raise fund, company may issue shares. Generally company is creating funds out of the share capital, but sometimes for the additional requirement, if company requires more fund, then they can get those funds by loan. So debentures are the long term loan for the company issue debentures and get the loan. Normally those companies who are well known, which are financially sound, easily gets loan from the bank. But suppose they want to take such loan from the public, they can get those loans by issuing securities, which is known as debentures or bond. Normally the company issue share capital for the requirement of long term funds. Sometimes in addition to share capital, if company requires more fund, then these funds can be met by loan or borrowed amount. Financially sound companies get loan from bank or financial institutions. Mostly instead of borrowing such loans from financial institution, or in addition to borrowing such loan for large investment, company can raise funds from public by issue of securities. Such a security is popularly known as debenture or bond. Company carrying on business have the inherent power or authority to borrow money. Friends, everybody is not having power to borrow money even, but people are having power to borrow money, but they can borrow money from banks and financial institution normally. But company carrying business have the inherent power or authority to borrow money from public also. Based on this inherent power, company borrow long term funds from public. Against the money so borrowed or investment, the company issue a document or certificate acknowledging its debt to the investor. Such a certificate is known as debenture. So that means when company borrow money from public, company issue a document or a certificate acknowledging its debt. That means that certificate or document acknowledge the debt of company. It indicates that this is the debt of company, this is the liability of company. Such a certificate is known as debentures. Those who get debentures by giving money to company or have purchased from the market are known as holder of debenture or debenture holders. Debenture holder is not considered as the owner of company. Friends, this is the difference between shareholders and debenture holder. First of all, who is known as debenture holder? The persons who are buying debentures from the from directly from the company or buying it from the open market. So those who are buying debentures, they are known as debenture holders. Right now, friends, as it is stated that company is borrowing money, against that company issuing debentures, that means debentures are the liability, debenture is the liability of company, or debenture holders are the liability of company. They are not their owner, they are not the owner of company, they are the liability, they are one kind of creditors of company. So this we have to keep in mind. Shareholders are known as the owner of company, but debenture holders are not the owner of company, they are the creditors of company. Okay, let us see the meaning. Debenture is a document that confirms the debt of company and its acknowledgement of debt. So friends, if the question is asked what is debenture, one more question, you will write these first two lines. Debenture is a document that confirms the debt of company and its acknowledgement of debt. What else? It issued under the common seal of company. Okay. Company has to pay interest at a specified rate and on a specified time on the amount invested by debenture holders in the company. Friends, as we have seen that it is one kind of loan. What it is? Debentures. Debenture is one kind of loan. So we very well know, where there is a loan, there must be a interest on loan, right? And when there is an interest on loan, there must be a rate of interest on loan. So friends, as debenture holders, they are the investor, but they are giving a loan to the company, one kind of loan they are providing to the company. So they will be expecting interest on that, and that interest rate, or you call it rate of interest, is always predetermined. Suppose the rate of interest is 10%, then debentures will be known as 10% debentures. If rate of interest is 12%, then debentures will be known as 12% debenture. So company borrow money and pays interest on it. Company borrow money, issue the certificate which is known as debenture, and company pay interest on that. That interest may be half yearly or yearly. Normally companies are paying interest half yearly. Okay, it is an expense for company. That interest which is paid by the company to the debenture holders, it is an expense and is income for debenture holders. Obviously, when it is expense for the company, it is income for the debenture holder. The company repay money borrowed against the debenture at the future date as per the terms of issue of debentures to the holder of debenture. Friends, whenever debentures are issued, they are issued with the terms of redemption. That means company is taking loan and loan's nature is it is to be paid back. So whenever company borrow loan from the in form of debentures, company issue the condition, terms and condition, when the amount will be paid back to the debenture holders. So debentures are issued for a fixed time, and after completion of that time, amount is paid back by the company to the debenture holders, and till that date company pays interest to the holder of debentures. Okay friends, certificate which is issued to debenture holders by the company contains name of debenture holder, number of debentures, amount per debenture, serial number of debenture, rate of interest payable, time for payment of interest, and also shows when the debentures money will be paid at a future date. So that certificate which will be issued by the company will having all such things: the name of person who is buying the debenture, that means name of debenture holders will be mentioned there, number of debentures will be there, amount per debentures will be written, serial number of debentures will be written, rate of interest payable will be mentioned, time for payment of interest, and also the when the amount will be paid back to the holder of debentures. In present scenario, a debenture certificate is issued to debenture holders in dematerialization form, that is in demat account, instead of physical copy. It means purchase of debenture is directly credited to demat account of debenture holders. By allotment letter, company informs the debenture holders about how many debentures are allotted to them, its number and amount, and also conditions for debentures. Friends, whenever public or anybody who wants to buy the debentures of company, so when company issue the debentures, they apply for the same, and company allot them debentures if company is satisfied with everything, every detail of the person who wants to buy that. Now debentures earlier they were given in physical form, that is physical copy was issued to the holder of debentures. Nowadays they are directly credited to demat account of debenture holder, and company inform the debenture holders about the allotment of debentures to him through allotment letter, right? And along with that information they also mention the number and amount of debentures, also the condition of debentures. So like shares, debentures are also directly credited to demat account, right? But there is a difference between debentures and shares. The difference we will be learning in next lectures. Right now this was all about the meaning of debentures. In next lecture we will be learning about important points relating to debentures. Thank you.